What is up, y'all? Matt back with another YouTube video for you guys. So I know I've been on quite a long hiatus. Actually, it's been almost a month and 2 weeks or so. Honestly, this whole coronavirus thing kind of got me a little unmotivated. It's really hard to kind of get out there, be creative. But same thing with photography. It's honestly kind of taken a back seat here. But for the most part, I've been trying to stay as healthy as possible. I've been switching up completely with what I've been doing in terms of working out, and we're going to talk about a couple things in this video. But first we're going to do a little bit of a workout. So I'm going to show you how I'm trying to stay a little bit healthier during this whole crazy situation, which I think has been honestly massively blown out of proportion. Might be an unpopular opinion, but who knows. So we're going to talk a little bit about what I'm doing to stay healthy, and then we're going to talk about kind of how I'm thinking about this current situation. First and foremost, really, I just want to say that I finished out my college senior year, so this was my final semester, and it was kind of an anticlimactic finish to things. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, talk about coronavirus and what I think about it, and maybe talk about some channel changes. And we're going to do this workout first. So let's get into it. So one of the things that I've come to realize is that a gym doesn't necessarily need to be part of your fitness routine. You can do it outside and you can do it with your own body. And more importantly, it's about why you train as opposed to how you train. So we're going to go for a short run, only about a half mile, just to get the blood pumping and also keep some of that cardiovascular health. And then also, we're going to do some push-ups and some sit-ups in order to maintain a little bit of strength and endurance in terms of our muscles. So, we're going to go do that quick run, and I'll get back to you right after I finish it. Alright, so we just finished that run. Nothing crazy, like I said, only half a mile. It was actually 0.49. And I tried to push the pace a little bit. Although I'm not the fastest, I don't really run, but we accomplished it, and we're going to rest for a few before we get into the push-ups and sit-ups. But I wanted to talk quickly on the YouTube channel, and at least the first point. So I've seen that we've hit 134 subscribers recently, and honestly I couldn't really be more happy with it. I think that's amazing to know that 134 people like this channel enough in order to click that subscribe button, and I really appreciate it. And I think that that is amazing. I really love it. Just taking a little break before these push-ups, but I think that's awesome. Very happy about it, and I hope that more people continue to hit that subscribe button in the future, because it does really help out the channel, and I appreciate each and every one of you. But anyways, so we're going to move on to the push-ups in another minute or so here, but I wanted to talk also on the content of this YouTube channel. And one of the things I've been thinking more recently is, while I love camera gear and I think it's great, I'm not sure that it's the YouTube channel that I necessarily want to make. I think there's more important topics to talk about, and more topics that have more breadth to them. So I think we're going to switch gears a little bit, and I've realized what I kind of find is important, and I think that I enjoy gear. What I mean by gear is I enjoy stuff that you can take hiking, camping, overlanding, all of that kind of stuff. I think that shooting sports and things like that are great, and I think that being a little bit more of a prepared mind is important, especially after these current events. It's kind of made me realize that it's something that I've always known, and something that I've always enjoyed learning about, but you don't really think about it until kind of it's too late. And at this point, you know, I find that I wasn't ill-prepared, but I wasn't as prepared as I would have liked to be. And I think that this is a learning experience for pretty much every person on the planet, or even within the United States of America, which you can argue with me about, but we live in one of the best damn countries on this face of the earth. So I think that being prepared is important, and I think that it's important for us to all realize that the whole system is pretty fragile, but it's defended by great men and women who choose the honorable path instead of the path of complacency. So that's kind of the transition I'm looking to take this channel, and I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get there, and I'm not sure if this is going to be the first video in a while and will be the last video for a little while until I've got it all figured out. But for now, that's what we're going to aim for with this YouTube channel, and we're going to get into those push-ups. Maybe I'll put this at the end of the video, we'll see. But you know what, I'll put it at the beginning because I think it's important and I want people to see this part, and I want to build a community that is surrounded with good, strong, fellow like-minded people and patriotic people who believe that the way forward is to analyze history, to learn from history so that it can't repeat itself again, and to make sure that you above all else are ready for whatever's to come. Alright, so for these push-ups we're going to do probably 3 sets of 15, so we're going to total 45 for today. And then for sit-ups we're probably going to do about the same, 3 sets of 15, so 45, 45, and a half-mile run. And that's going to be the workout for today. So let's do that quick. And now for 15 sit-ups after that first set of 15, and we're just going to go back and forth. But I'm not going to show you the whole thing just because it'll kind of be boring. So 15 sit-ups. We finished up with those push-ups like you saw. That was, and push-ups and sit-ups. So it wasn't too bad. 45 isn't too many. We did them sets of 15. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward half-mile run. 3 sets 15 push-ups, 3 sets 15 sit-ups. So real easy, which worked out pretty well, and I'm pretty happy with how I feel. I feel good right now. So what I wanted to talk about was the last thing, which is my experience so far with coronavirus. So I haven't had coronavirus, knock on wood here, but has quite an impact on my life. So I'm sure all of yours too, and I hope everybody's doing well. But it's had quite an impact on my life in terms of my final year at school. Kind of all the things that you pretty much took for granted that you could do every day that you're not allowed to do anymore. And I think that there's a big political side to coronavirus and kind of how it's been impacting everybody. I think that there's a lot of people out there who are working as hard as they can in order to divide us as Americans. And that's not how it should be. Americans are stronger together. We always have been and we always will be. And I think that almost everybody on in this country knows that in their hearts. America was founded upon certain principles that allow us to be free and to have freedom like we do. And there's this nice little bird up there. It's kind of interesting. One of the things that I've noticed is not necessarily that nature has reclaimed itself, but that in this whole experience, nature has kind of maybe flourished a little bit more than it normally does because people aren't driving as much. There's not as many planes in the sky, which I live right through one of the flight paths of a major airport. But I think that something to be considered is why are we doing all of this? I understand that it's for the greater good, but when did the greater good become that you need to lose your rights because of some virus and a national emergency? And I don't think that it's fair for people to take away your rights because somebody's scared. I think that we need to realize that there's a lot of things going on that take away your rights. There are people that are being censored by some businesses, sometimes this company itself that you're watching this on, sometimes companies like Facebook via Instagram or Facebook itself, and that's just not right. Information shouldn't be labeled as misinformation just because somebody doesn't agree with it or because somebody's scared. And there's a lot of people out there that there's a lot of police departments, and I commend those police departments that have come out and said that they would not enforce any unconstitutional laws because they took an oath to uphold and defend that Constitution. And speaking from my authority, which is almost zero, just being honest with you guys, because it wouldn't be fair of me to make comments like that and tell you that I'm something that I'm not. I've never served in the military, and I've never been a police officer before. But I am a for Constitution civilian, and I think that there's some things that need to change. I think we need to understand our rights a little bit more and put more weight on them, because they should be the most important aspect of this country. We are free because our rights are outlined, and those rights are to be protected no matter the cost. Those rights give you the right to vote. They give you the right to free speech, the right to bear arms, the right to assemble, which has been taken away in many states. So, I think that we need to be mindful of what we give up, because you don't always know if you're going to get it back. You can hear the birds chirping. It's really nice. Pretty cool. So that's all I've got for you guys in today's video. Like I said, we talked about the workout. We talked about a little bit of my experience with coronavirus, obviously. Like I said, I didn't have anybody hurt by it or even contracted that I know of. And we talked about kind of the new direction that I want to take this YouTube channel. And lastly, what I think about the current happenings in the United States of America, the greatest country on the face of this earth. So, without further ado, I'm going to close out this video, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. I'm not sure when the next one will be. I'm not going to make any promises that I can't keep. But I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you all stay safe, stay well, stay free. Signing off for now. Peace.